Hello there, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of 5 Minute Gaming News, the show that may or may not be 5 minutes. Today in the news, the console war saga continues, and this time Sony's taken heat. Alongside the ongoing UK investigations into Microsoft's acquisition of Activision Blizzard, things are starting to heat up here on American soil. In December 2022, the US Federal Trade Commission filed a legal challenge to block Microsoft's acquisition. But in doing so, and this is for my Yu-Gi-Oh players, may have activated Microsoft's trap card, allowing them to subpoena companies associated, like say Sony, forcing them to reveal internal documents regarding fees and agreements surrounding PlayStation's exclusivity. Basically, Microsoft wants the courts to know how much money Sony pays to screw them over. The FTC's chief administration judge, D. Michael Chappell, shared the following regarding Microsoft's claims. Microsoft argues that the complaint in this case makes a number of allegations regarding high-performance video game developers' exclusivity arrangements with video game publishers. Microsoft states that it's aware that SIE, Sony, requires many third-party publishers to agree to exclusivity provisions, including preventing the publishers from putting their games on Xbox's multi-game subscription service, and that understanding the full extent of SIE's exclusivity arrangements and their effect on industry competitiveness will assist in its defense. So, thanks to the judge's approval, basically, Microsoft can reveal the details of Sony's exclusivity conditions, including how much they pay publishers to keep games off Game Pass. It is very rare for information like this to see the light of day. So this is going to be pretty interesting to look at, and really is going to go one of three ways. One, the evidence is damning enough to make Microsoft look good. Two, Microsoft gets reversed Uno'd, which I'm pretty sure is still Yu-Gi-Oh, and it ends up looking great for Sony. And three, which is probably most likely, it'll turn out not to be that big of a deal, and we'll find that practices across the board, be it Microsoft or PlayStation or whoever, when it comes to exclusivity stuff is roughly the same, and it'll have no merit on the decision in the end. The evidentiary hearing for this is going to be on the 2nd of August, which I think is a Saturday, and so all I'll say is stick around long enough to tune in for Monday, August 4th, because I imagine that's going to be a hell of an episode. In other news, Funko. That's right. You know the collection your friend has, or maybe you have. That one that's worth, well, garbage. Now, literally. According to a recent earnings call by Funko Inc., it appears that there's simply too much inventory at their warehouse. Funko Inc. wrote in the press release, inventory at year-end totaled $246.4 million, an increase in 48% compared to a year ago. This includes inventory that the company intends to eliminate in the first half of 2023 to reduce fulfillment costs by managing inventory levels to align with the operating capacity of our distribution center. This is expected to result in a write-down in the first half of 2023 of approximately $30 to $36 million. And now you may be asking, but Jesse, how much inventory could that be? How many Stranger Things Funko Pops do they have lying around? If we take their lowest number, $30 million, and divide by the approximately $11 a pop, you end up with upwards of 2.7 million Funko Pops. That's right, 2.7 million. And where will these Funko Pops find a new home? A luxurious Arizona landfill. So I guess it finally happened. We reached peak Funko Pop where there's just too many, and now they're like, what do we do with all of them? This is what happens when you make a damn Funko about everything. Everyone had a Funko but me, apparently. It was too much. I guess it doesn't help that I compared them to Beanie Babies and they were totally useless and a waste of money, but it would have been nice to have been thought about. And so now the Funko Pop Final Resting Place is very similar to that old E.T. cartridge that they dumped in New Mexico. It is given the exact same vibes. Speaking of the exact same vibes, here's your Crenminute.
Hello everybody, how's it going? It's me, Crendor, and welcome back to the Crenminute, my once-a-week segment where I get to talk about whatever I want for a minute. This week I'm wearing my Crensloth hoodie, available at crensloth.com. Wow, very soft, very cool. Sorry. Also, I wanted to talk about sparkling water. Okay, this is a huge debate because I used to be a sparkling water hater. All right, I used to be like, ugh, sparkling water, this tastes bad, and like, ugh. But now I've actually acquired a taste for sparkling water, and now I actually love sparkling water. There's really good sparkling waters, like there's Topo Chico, which is insanely carbonated, but it's really good. There's Spindrift, I think is what it's called. They like put lemon juice and lime juice and stuff in their water. That one's really good. I like it. Waterloo is pretty solid. So like I've really enjoyed trying all these different sparkling waters, and it's nice because it actually fills that kind of soda want for carbonation. You know what I mean? So I'll still have soda on occasions, but like maybe I'll get like tiny cans and barely drink like even half of it. But sparkling water, it's been great. So give me your sparkling water opinions down in the comments section below. And go check out youtube.com/Cox and Crendor podcast for the best Cox and Crendor podcasting around. See ya.
Thanks again, Crendor. Anyway, that is it for the show. Thanks so much. See y'all Monday for another episode of 5 Minute Gaming News.